Hey, what's happening, gamers? How's everybody doing? Dinner's over. It's time for the Donkey Kong Country HD contest giveaway winner. Bonus stuff. We're just wrapping up dinner. We were watching some anime, and Zelda jumped on the computer twice. So. I'm wearing my Power Ranger shirt. Power Rangers don't exist anymore. Power Rangers are gone. It's all about the new Super Sentai anime, Red Ranger anime. That's amazing.
On my TV, I see many shows.
My wifey made me a sandwich and it was really good. Really good. So just a little clarification from the previous stream. So, it was nobody's fault that the save data got erased from Star Wars. Like, what happened was when we loaded the debug menu, PlayStation erased all our previous save files, so I had to go through and play it again. And I was getting frustrated. So, remember, I'm a gamer from the 80s and 90s, so I do have gamer rage. Like, it's instilled in me because most of the games that I grew up playing are wicked intense. Like, they're nothing compared to today's games. Even Donkey Kong Country Returns is not as difficult as something like Ninja Gaiden or Kickmaster or Bayou Billy or any of that stuff. Or even the Phantom Menace game from 1999. It's hard. It's got elements of rage, but you know, those games were just like unfair in general. This game in particular has health power-ups you can get to, and it makes it a more fair experience. Although they don't make games like this anymore either, because this was a 2010 game, so you know, it was punishing. These types of games are like a rare breed these days. But it's nice to see that Nintendo kept its original thing. So anyway, we're going to be doing our giveaway today. The person who wins, you will have to wait until, I believe, around the 5th is when we get paid again. And we'll be able to give you your code on Wednesday the 5th. But the winner will be announced tonight. And then on the 5th, whoever wins, you'll contact us on our social media, and we'll give you the little code from Target. So that's how it's gonna go.
Yep, that's taking into account we're able to actually hear from you.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, if for some reason we can't get a hold of you, then we have to pick somebody else.
Yes, but how I unwind is I watch anime. We were watching Bunny Girl Senpai, I think was the name of the anime. I don't remember. It was a pandemic anime that I really liked, and most of the new animes that I'm watching don't have new episodes, so I was just watching that while I was eating my sandwich.
We're gonna play a little bit of this, and then we'll announce the winner.
Dun dun da 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 da.
So you guys have maybe a few minutes to go, like, make sure you're entered. Also, you know, you have to make sure you're subscribed.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you're subscribed.
You gotta make sure you're subscribed. You have to answer the question that was asked at the first episode of the series. And, you have to subscribe. And you have to have liked the video, the first episode of the series.
Mm-hmm. That is true. 1K platform panic? Uh-oh. Your glasses? My glasses! My glasses! I'm very clumsy. I might end up stepping on them. Do we have a flashlight so I can help you look? Where did you last see them? You had them on the couch? Feel around on the couch where you were sitting. Did you take them off when you were making the sandwiches? You went upstairs? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try this platform panic thing. Oh my gosh, Amber.
Put those frames aside.
I found a new picture for Slade apparently.
I wish I would hook you for the microphone. That's working.
I can give it a hug.
Okay, I'm not too funny.
I remember to call my parents. They were in Gloversville today. And their phone cut out when I was on the phone. Kind of bummed.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you called me.
Hang on, guys. Wife hug. Stand up.
Up, up, up. You're too small to call on the couch. Up, up, up. Tall? Okay, back on the couch.
Glad you got to call them. Maybe I call my brother
Yeah, I got to call.
later tonight.
They were driving around.
Because at 9 o'clock, it'll be 8 o'clock his time.
The problem was when I was on the phone with them, though. Once they got in, past Gloversville, the mountains cut off the phone. My dad was telling me how he doesn't know how he's going to watch the Super Bowl. I said you could probably watch it on YouTube. Just pay for I think it was like $8 or $12 for 1 month. Because he's talking about driving up to where Uncle Dennis is to watch the Super Bowl. I'm like,
get
no.
YouTube Premium.
Yeah, just get YouTube Premium, watch the Super Bowl. And I was thinking maybe we should do our yearly Super Bowl thing. That could be content. We didn't get to do the Thanksgiving Bowl. Yeah, so maybe we should do the Super Bowl this year. Like, us play the Super Bowl is what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Irritating levels.
Okay, thank you, Jacob. The 15th year of Sonic the Movie 1 will be 2035, not this year.
Huh?
Okay, thank you, Jacob. Sorry if I read your super chat wrong in the last stream.
Would I still be here in 2035?
So, Jacob was saying on his super chat last stream that it's 2035 that will be the 15th year of the Sonic 1 movie. Oh, thank you, Jacob. Very cool that you're keeping track of that.
Yeah, it is cool. Whoa! Am I supposed to?
What was the name of the anime, says Jacob Langlet? Oh, you probably already said
what
it.
was the name of the anime?
I think Bunny something.
Bunny Girl Senpai, Rascal something. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. Move. There's no roast beef for you. Here.
Zelda can smell the roast beef.
Here, smell my hands. Licking my hands. Okay.
Yeah, Zelda had a can of food today.
Zelda had a can of food.
Oh, she liked to lick your hands.
She licked my hands a little bit, yeah, because I had roast beef on them.
Alright, let's see who entered the contest then.
A lot of people, hopefully.
I'm sorry if I
Woo!
seem a little...
Aww. Bloop. Dead.
Zelda wants the beef, says HM Goldbeck.
Probably, but she can't have it. It's mine.
Yeah, so thankfully people at the grocery store helped me figure out a good type of roast beef cold cuts, because I don't usually get roast beef cold cuts. And now we'll probably get this kind all the time.
Well, yeah, we don't tend to do cold cuts all the time.
Well, yeah, but when we do, we don't always do cold cuts, but when we do, the roast beef tastes way better than the turkey.
Yeah.
Alright.
So remember, guys, tonight is a special Donkey Kong, because we're doing our giveaway. We're gonna play really hard levels and probably not defeat really hard levels.
Yeah, today is the bonus stream.
Yeah. Our bonus levels are unlocked.
Great to see you guys. Hi Jacob, hi Miss Deanna, hi HM Goldbeck, hi Max. Welcome back to the jungle, says Max. Hi Lorray. Hi Jade Rose. Hi Shadow Trooper, hi United Thrive. Hi Tim, hello Jacob Orion, hello Game Kid and Billy, Mason, Princess Emmy, and Shadow
no.
Trooper, Maximus, and Keith, and everyone. And Miss Deanna, and OH, and Shadow Trooper, and everyone. Hope you guys and girls are all doing great.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay.
Oh no.
My elbow seems to jab you whenever I'm next to you.
It's okay. You like jabbing my elbow. Oh, they start you all the way over to the beginning. That is just monstrous.
It's interesting. I remember one of our first dates where we went to see a movie.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about It's a Wonderful Life, where she throws the rock through that house window. And then when they get married, they have that old house and it's raining.
Yeah.
And then she says, remember when I threw the rock through the window? She said, this is what I wished for. She wanted to live in that old house with him. And he's looking at her like, wow, that's a weird wish. But I was just thinking, I always end up bumping my arm against you, but when we had our first date, like one of our first dates where we went to the movies and my arm kept bumping up against you, I kind of like made a wish that I would be able to, like, I don't know, sit by you and have my arm bump against you a lot, and then this is what happened. I did. That's actually my wish came true.
It's cute.
Oh, I get to sit next to you all the time, just like when we were at the movies that one time.
It's so wholesome.
I hope so.
Yep. Hello. Oh. Oh no. Ah.
I wanted to donate so you guys to request for you guys to play a certain game, but I would only do it if you guys were interested in it. The Metal Gear series. I mean, we could do it on the other channel as an upload if it's M-rated.
The thing is, like, our ultimates, like, if you became an ultimate, then we would discuss, you know, doing your stream thing, but we don't. Just doing like a super chat doesn't equal that we do a game.
It's a request, and then we decide if it will work out for the channel, because we can't do there's some games we can't do. Like, it's kind of like a business transaction, like where like we figure out if there's a date that works well. And we figure out if it would work okay for the channel, because there's some things we can't do. We can't do a lot of M-rated games on this channel. We can do an upload on the other channel.
We do some M-rated games, but we don't do a lot.
We've done some, but tasteful M, and then we can't do Dora Explorer. We can't do, and then there's some games I will not do for like ultimates. Like, I just will not do it. Like, I know there's some that Luke won't. Like, I don't think he would want to do Dark Tomorrow again. And for me, it'd be Sonic Ghost. I meant like becoming a member, says Rocky Road.
Ah.
I mean, I don't know all the different Metal Gear.
If you became an ultimate, I have played Metal Gear. Metal Gear's not too bad, so I would be open to it. But it would have to be you'd have to be a VIP. Because I mean, there's no guarantee that, for one, the game is going to do well, and two, it's like, you know, if we do too much M-rated stuff, it alienates our core audience.
It's just,
so
it would be for. I mean, I think we mainly do it on the O1 channel if it's an M-rated game. And we can't stream on the O1 channel right now.
No, we can never stream on that channel again.
It's banned from streaming due to like an error or something. So we can't stream, so it'd have to be an uploaded like hour video with, and so. But
and those are hard to do.
But as long as you're okay with that, then because we've done that Assassin's Creed and stuff. Luke has been doing that for some people. But yep, that's our ultimate tier. A game request for a game. Yep, that's our ultimate tier.
I would be okay doing Metal Gear on this channel, like for.
No, Luke said he would be okay doing Metal Gear for an ultimate.
Metal Gear's not too bad.
Okay. I don't know.
Solid Snake is Metal Gear.
Yeah, no, I know who he is. I just don't know how much F-bombs he has.
There's no F-bomb.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe so. There's one Metal Gear game that has a lot of F-bombs, but that's not... Solid Snake isn't in that. Raiden's in there.
Yeah, Luke likes Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Colonel. Yeah, I like Metal Gear.
I think you played the most recent one, or at least K-Ro played it.
I don't remember. Oh my goodness. Wow, they aren't messing around.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it doesn't have a ton of F-bombs in it, it should be okay. We would probably look over like some footage of it just to make sure.
What does that pearl do? Oh!
Thank you for thinking of becoming an ultimate. That's very kind of you.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Speaking of ultimates, we have an ultimate tonight with Droggle.
One second.
Yep, thank you, Rocky Road Returns. Looking forward to if you end up deciding to become an ultimate. It sounds really interesting.
These weird wobble things are everywhere.
What wobble things?
They're like these little creatures.
Are they like commercials for them, or? Oh, those little animals. I thought they weren't supposed to have ads that target younglings. Wow, Luke, I looked back on... I think the reason some of our Disney Infinity videos got hit is because they were on the unboxings. Because I was adding time codes to stuff and I noticed the unboxings.
Okay, so 236. One sec, guys. I'm just changing something.
Alright, Luke is just changing something really quick, guys.
If you would like to play a level, you can.
Oh, I'll play a level. And then I'll look and see what... thanks for the likes, guys. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Yep, we're the only YouTube channel that does the ultimate tier request. Most YouTubers look at us like we're insane that we do that because they were like, I would never be able to do that. But no. We do it. The only things we really can't, like, depends on what it is, but, like, we can't, like, there's a few things we can't do on the channel, but... Alright guys, so I guess I'm gonna try one. This is Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. And these are bonus levels, or?
No, this is the main game.
Oh, this is the main game. We're going through it to try to get everything.
That's your Okay, so I trimmed out the Star Wars stuff.
Okay. Oh. Well, honey, I can just...
No, this is... we've already done this, so you just do your thing. It's nice seeing the gameplay. So, tomorrow, guys, our new series is going to be Sonic Heroes. It won the vote. Shadow the Hedgehog was close. And there was another game that was close. I don't think it was Fantastic Four. I almost thought about doing the Spider-Man 2 thing on Steam, but everybody says it has too many glitches, and I would want to modify Peter and MJ's face so it looks better, but I don't know how to mod it, because people are actually playing the Spider-Man 2 mod with Mary Jane looking like cute again. Like, they're using the Mary Jane model from Spider-Man 1, like the 2018 game. And then they just, like, made her hair go down. So they took her hair that she had in the Spider-Man 2 game with her long hair, and they gave her a face from Spider-Man 1. And she looks surprisingly better.
I mean, they could have just done that to begin with.
Yeah, and then they gave Peter back his, as close to his, other, face mod as possible. Like, they're having a lot of fun with the mods. The problem is the game itself has a lot of bugs. So, like, there's been cutscenes where Aunt May comes in, and Peter, like, is sitting at his desk after he punched his hand in the wall, and either her face is stark white, or she has no face and her eyeballs are just floating.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of weird glitches that are happening in the Spider-Man 2 thing, and also people are complaining about gameplay issues and all kinds of stuff.
Whoopsies.
I thought about doing it just for the memes, but, like, I don't know. I don't purposely like playing glitchy games.
They're playing it on Steam Deck or something to
Steam.
To mod it?
No, well, I mean, it's, of course, it's on PC, but it just released on Steam. Like, Spider-Man 2 came out, like, at the end of January on Steam, I think.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Spider-Man usually takes, like, a couple years before it hits PC. Like, once it's on... That's when Insomniac usually does, I think. Xbox still doesn't have the Spider-Man games, but they probably will eventually. I wouldn't put it past them. Ooh. Monkey see, monkey don't get eaten. I just hope we don't get a... have our video blocked because of those accidental anime sequences that popped up for a second. I mean, I'm gonna trim all that stuff out of this video anyway. But...
What anime sequence?
Zelda jumped on the computer, so the anime we were watching popped up for like 30 seconds on the stream. Yeah.
What? How did that happen?
She was just climbing over on the computer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, because the Switch doesn't have a HDMI lock, so if you're watching like a streaming site, like I think you can watch Hulu and you can watch Crunchyroll and like one other streaming service on the Switch. So they don't have a specific lockout, whereas you have to go and you have to switch the HDMI thing off, the adapter, on even the PS5 in order to watch like streaming services or put it in a DVD, because it's you know, locked between game and whatever. Since the Switch doesn't have that many streaming applications, Nintendo never put a lock in. So if you're literally, if you wanted to, if you went to a website, you could do like a lot of people use the Switch in order to do their anime reactions when they're over on other streaming sites.
Oh, wow.
So they can literally like do like Dragon Ball and watch-alongs and stuff like that. They use the Switch to do that. That's how a lot of these animal channels, or that's how a lot of these anime channels do reactions. Is they're using the Switch because they can easily record it and just record it through Elgato because there's no lock.
I thought the Switch was locked.
Nope, the Switch isn't region locked and it's not stream locked either. So both Hulu and
I think
Crunchyroll
Xbox also doesn't have a lock.
No, Xbox doesn't have a lock either. But I'm too lazy. So with PlayStation, I hardly use my PlayStation for streaming stuff. I only watch Crunchyroll on the Switch. Like, Crunchyroll is our most used application on the Switch. It has like so many hours. longer than Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom combined, I believe.
Wow.
Yep. I watch at least like an hour and a half of anime a day, like, because that's how long it usually takes me to eat after I'm done streaming at like 2:30 in the morning. And then I start working on a upload or making shorts or doing art or whatever, checking emails. There might be something over there. Well, it's a banana and a puzzle piece. Hooray!
I mean, there's still something good.
Hmm. Dun 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 dun. Scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. Hoo hoo hoo! Yay! I'm kind of curious to see how Aquaman plays. And I hope that Philomar at least says one time, outrageous. That would be cool.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just sad that it had so much potential, like multiverses. But a lot of the hype for that game died when basically, I think it was right after Christmas. No, before Christmas. They did an update where the multiverses characters had Smash Brothers shields, where they didn't have those before. So pretty much you turned it into a full-blown Smash Brothers clone, and a lot of the community did not like that. And then people just stopped playing.
Oh. Yeah, that is strange.
Well, because, I mean, the shields aren't really necessary. Like, it's not Smash Brothers, and it's not as good as Smash Brothers, so then why would you give them the shield? And it's already hard enough to knock people off the stage and stuff like that. You're going to give them shielding? So basically the pro players just took advantage of the whole shield mechanics because they were Smash Brothers people and
maybe they could
decimated people.
Take the shields off.
They're not going to take it off. They won't take off the shield. But putting the shield on kind of messed them up. Thank you.
Come on, I got everything with the one.
I mean,
it wasn't dead the first time.
It was on hiatus.
They had a beta, and then they closed it for a while, like they said they were going to after the beta. This is the first time it's died. And it's not gonna come back. The first, when it was on hiatus, people knew it was gonna come back.
Yeah, we knew it would come back sometime in 2024.
They said it would come back.
Mm-hmm.
They said it was gonna be on hiatus, and then it would come back, so... I mean... It's never died before. Animal Channel? Whoa, sis Max.
I meant anime. I made a mistake. It happens.
But yeah, how do we feel about it, Maximus? I'm just devastated, honestly. Just feel it's just like Disney Infinity all over again. It's just horrible. I hate it. It just makes me upset. I was really planning on trying to help Luke a little bit more with the multiverses and do more of the riffs in the background. I feel upset about it. I don't understand. With a game in which people have poured that much money into and bought that many, people have bought
a lot of skins.
So many skins. Like, the only way that I can see that they are crashing their game is if they've mismanaged their money. That people, they couldn't be closing it for lack of money, because people have been spending up to $700, like, just...
Whoa, who's been...
not you, but other people have been buying every single skin.
Not 700.
Well, a lot. People have been buying spending hundreds of dollars on
hundreds
that
of
game.
dollars, yeah, on the game, but...
The people have been spending a lot of money on that game. Like, it's been insane. Like,
I wonder if they're gonna, like, unlock the remainder skins when they pull off the online stuff.
Like, it's just... It's just upsetting to me that people have put that much money into the game. most of our viewers, like even people coming off the internet, you see them with all these different beach tabs and all these special skins. People are always playing with special banners, special skins. You know, you always see tons of people on the internet playing with special stuff, so it's not like people haven't been buying their extra skins. I don't see why they're even closing. Like, if they were gonna close, why didn't they just do what Disney Dreamlight Valley did, where they said, "Oh, this was originally gonna be free, but we can't maintain it as a free game anymore. We're gonna have to close it down and make it a paid-for game." And then everyone just bought Disney Dreamlight Valley for $60, and it was perfectly fine. Like, they didn't even care because the game was pretty high quality, so it didn't matter. People were willing to pay $60 for the game. It was just... Yeah, I mean, like, why couldn't they just make you pay... Why couldn't, instead of the game being free to play, why couldn't they just make you pay $60 for the game, and then every season, just like Fortnite and everything else, you have to pay for the... I don't know if you have to pay for the Battle Pass anyway in Multiverse. I don't know.
No.
So they didn't even have to, people didn't even have to pay for the Battle Pass in Multiverse, Luke was just saying. So
You could earn it.
they should have, if they were going to make it free to play, they should have made you pay for the Battle Pass.
Yep.
Like, I don't understand why they would close the game down. Like, they could have just made people pay for it. People would have willingly paid for it. Like, I don't understand. Like, Well, nobody heard us.
Hello? Can you guys hear us?
Well, Luke and I have been talking up a storm about multiverses for the past 20 minutes, but apparently you guys haven't heard
It's been 20 minutes? The mic has been dead?
I don't know, it's been a while.
Guys, if the mic ever cuts out for longer than 5 minutes, please super chat so we know, because we're not always looking at the chat when we're doing, like, podcast-style discussions.
We've been talking
because we have... Our equipment doesn't tell us if our mic dies.
We've been comparing multiverse to all kinds of different games and having this huge discussion about it.
Yeah, I don't even know where things cut out.
I guess we'll have to do a podcast where we talk about everything we just talked about again, because it was completely blank.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, guys, if we're off the air for like 5 minutes, please super chat so we'll get notified by the super chat from Skeletor. Because we won't see in the chat if you know, the equipment is faulty. Like we're only paying attention to the gameplay and talking to each other, like, especially when we're getting into a big discussion. Like, we have no idea if the equipment stops working.
Okay. Stana said I think it was like more like 5 minutes maybe.
Okay.
Or Game Kid said that or something.
Okay. Yeah, any longer than that, we need a super chat to, you know, to get the ball rolling again.
We're not... Luke wasn't in focus mode. We've been talking this whole time.
Yeah.
Our mic just wasn't picking it up.
Our mic cut out. I'm not in focus mode.
Also, I've been here the whole time. I noticed everyone's like, Luke is not talking anymore. Like, I also exist. Like, I'm on every video. Hello, my name's Amber. I'm a person, and my name is Amber.
Star Wars reference. Cute names. Oh, crap. Ooh, I salvaged that. Oh, wait, no, I didn't.
I'm Luke's wife, if anyone doesn't know who I am. I am Luke's wife, if anyone doesn't know who I am. I'm on every video.
Hello, wife.
My name is Amber, and I'm a person. I'm also a co-host to this channel.
You are.
But
yeah, I don't even know where we were to continue the multiverse thing. To sum it up, we're both bummed, and WB continues to screw things up. That makes us sad. Like, WB should rename their name to WD, which would stand for Warner Disappointment.
Yep.
But I don't know if you guys heard this, but I'll go back to where I was. So basically what I said is, when we were talking about Warner Brothers, like Player First Game, when they became in-house with WB, they thought that they were going to get a big budget and that, you know, this was going to be for the best for, you know, their game and their studio. Like, coming in-house and being a part of Warner Brothers' major family and part of WB Games would be a big boon for Player First Games, the people who made Multiverse. But it proved to be the opposite. And what we were saying is, that's the same thing that happened with our friends over at Enway, the people who made the Power Rangers games, Legacy Wars, and Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
Yeah. We were just saying, like, Legacy Wars was made by Enway and Battle for the Grid, and then when they got bought by Hasbro, they were like, oh, this will be great.
Bigger budget.
But it wasn't great. It was shut down. That's exactly what happened with Multiverses. As soon as they got bought by WB, instead of being made by an independent company licensing from WB, then they, shortly after now, Warner Brothers is shutting them down.
Not even 6 months after they purchased them.
I mean, I don't even understand.
Well, I don't know if they're being shut down, but their game is being shut down.
I don't understand the point of purchasing a company and a game when you're just gonna shut it down.
Their game?
And it's just so stupid.
Their game is being shut down, honey? I haven't seen any notices that their company is being, like, the studio is being shut down.
So they're just, buying the studio, and then they're gonna make them make another game, but they had a perfectly good game that was already made.
They're probably gonna have them make a mobile game, because I've heard from an old friend of mine who works at WB that WB wants to really focus on redoubling their efforts on mobile games, because they used to make a lot of mobile games.
Yeah, but they had a perfectly good game that was already there.
Yeah, but they don't have enough players playing it. That's the problem. But a lot of that is their fault. They made a lot of changes to the game that made, core players not like it anymore.
I mean,
and a lot of that has to do with the Smash Brothers
people
stuff.
were waiting, like you said a while ago, like, people were waiting for more characters. Like, we were waiting, like, they've been making us wait for characters for a long time, and they've also, no offense, but they made some costumes that nobody likes, like like some of those weird costumes, like, they're interesting, but I don't think that people were really, such as like the magical costumes and stuff.
Oh yeah, the weird school Harry Potter thing without Harry Potter even in it.
I just think like some of that was like, instead of making all those costumes, they should have just added more new characters. Like,
Characters people actually want.
Like, instead of adding all the Harry Potter inspired costumes, why not add
Harry Potter? Exactly. Yes.
Like, I don't really understand what they're like, literally, like, a 3-year-old could think of a better idea than some of the ideas they've had for that game. Like, it's so obvious. Like, we just said it at the same time. What is obvious that people wanted wasn't more costumes. They wanted new characters. Because honestly, like, it's annoying to keep having to buy all these costumes. Like, oh, I'm Mystic Vista Raven. It's like, and her costume only looks slightly different than regular Raven. What?
We gotta push this out.
Yeah, don't forget to watch the shorts everyone.
We gotta really push it.
Hey guys, we really need you to watch the shorts playlist. It's kind of a big deal. So if you haven't already, please watch the short. We're in big trouble. We got 10 minutes to bring it up. We got less than 10 minutes. So, all you guys have to do is click that shorts playlist that's in the chat, and we're gonna get to our winner shortly. Once this stream has around 750 views, we're gonna announce the winner for our contest. We're currently at 500 views, so we've got quite a while to go.
So to answer your question, Maximus, I am personally devastated that Multiverses is. You guys probably didn't hear me on the microphone cut out, but I said it when we first started playing Multiverses that I really was glad that WB finally had a really cool multiplayer game. And of course, I'm completely ignoring a lot of the other multiplayer games that DC had before, like DC Universe Online and stuff. But I didn't like how DC Universe Online looked, and I also didn't. I mean, it was just a weird game. No offense.
Oh, I see. So you do have to get all of the Kong letters in order to.
I thought Multiverses looked like a high-quality game that could actually, hold its own against Marvel, but then they had to ruin it.
And then they had to ruin it, yeah.
Honestly, I'm annoyed because it's been 5 seasons or something of Multiverse, And we still haven't gotten Daffy Duck in the game after 5 seasons. And people have been waiting for Daffy Duck from season 1. Like, we don't even have, like... I mean, it's just weird. Like, then you had, like... What was it? For being a Smash Brothers clone, look at Smash Brothers. How many characters do they have in Smash Brothers? Like 110 characters? Multiversus only has like 20. I mean, I get it, but it's like, really, I mean, out of all the characters that should have been added, I think Daffy Duck was the #1 character that, it's like, why did they not have him in earlier? Like, you know, Duck Dodgers and all this stuff. Like, why would they not have Daffy Duck? Like, they have Bugs Bunny, but not his, you know, dynamic duo counterpart, Daffy Duck. I don't know, it's kind of disrespectful to Daffy not to have him in there. What do you think, Luke? Okay.
I'm trying to keep it.
Alright. Well, alright. Well, I don't know what Luke feels about Daffy, but we're
I wanted Daffy Duck.
It's fine.
Duck Dodgers and all that stuff would have been nice.
It's completely fine. You're trying to... Guys, don't forget to watch the shorts because Luke's in crisis mode right now. Well, we both are, but...
There's a big crisis. Big crisis.
Okay, honey. Alright, so, Alright, so let's see who entered the contest. Oh, wow, not that many comments here, guys.
For part 1?
Yep.
Wow, this is gonna be really easy.
Wow, there's not that many comments here. Wow, okay, there's not that many comments here for the contest. Oh. Wow, this is just getting sad.
How many comments are we talking? 20, 30?
Oh, let's see, we have 1 entry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm just counting the people who actually entered.
Wow.
It's 18. Because a lot of these people are writing stuff like great stream and stuff. That's not answering the question.
What was the question? What was the contest?
What is your favorite Donkey Kong game?
Oh, wow.
18,
Yeah.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Interesting.
25, 26. Looks like there's just 26 people that entered, which is different than a lot. Like, usually there's almost 100 people in most contests we do.
Alright.
26 people entered, so out of those 26, somebody's gonna win the game.
Yep, out of the 26 people that entered.
Because some of you guys just wrote, like, great stream and stuff, but remember, you're supposed to answer the question of what was your favorite Donkey Kong game. So, if you want to go edit your answer real quick, or write a new comment that has your favorite Donkey Kong game, if you're one of those people who wrote great stream, or how's the weather, have to answer...
How's the weather? Yeah, that's the...
You have to answer what your favorite Donkey Kong game is. Because answering the question implies you know the rest of the contest, which is like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Yep. That's how it works, yeah.
Because also the reason why I do that, guys, is because, you know, there's people that don't want to enter the contest but still want to write a comment. So, like, they'll be like, oh, I don't really want this because I already have this game or something, and then so, like, I'm assuming that people who wanted to enter the contest would actually put their favorite Donkey Kong game. If you didn't want to enter the contest, you might say, how's the weather up there?
How's the weather? Okay. shoot.
Alright, so. Hi, Nathan Anthony. Hi, Blake. Hi, everyone. Staffy and Scooby were the most wanted characters, says Max.
I believe it.
Oh, yeah, Scooby-Doo the dog! Yeah, we didn't get Scooby in the game. You're right, Max. My top pick was Daffy Duck. I love Daffy so much. He's so funny. You're despicable. Of course you realize this means war. Duck season. Rabbit season. We got Jason Voorhees, but no Daffy Duck. Honestly, I have to say that I had heard the Wicked Witch of the West was coming, which is interesting. It's interesting, maybe, but I don't know. You would think Daffy or more Warner Brothers animal cartoon people would be in it.
I think so.
Where's Tweety Bird? Or Sylvester the cat? Daffy was my #1 pick because you really can't have bugs without Daffy.
That's correct.
They go together like peanut butter and jelly. Because they're like a comedy duo.
That is true. I would agree with that.
Bugs is more the straight man. Daffy is the wacky one.
Daffy's the crazy one.
He's the funny one in reality. I mean, Bugs is bats. Bugs is the sarcastic one. But Daffy is the funny one, really. That's what I think.
I think people need to move away from the whole, like, the free-to-play stuff only really works for, like, those anime games. Like, it hasn't really had a lot of success with the Western market.
Yeah, I mean, I remember us talking about free-to-play games versus, like, paid-for games a long time ago, and I remember us talking about it. I don't remember what video we were on it, but it was years ago. It was like 11 years ago we were talking about something like that. We were talking about free-to-play games with tons of in-game purchases versus a game that's $60 that they give you free DLC. We were talking about Nintendo.
Yeah, but then Nintendo, like, was like, that same year they announced, 12 years ago, that they were going to do season passes.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like, before Nintendo was like, yeah, we're a company that does free updates and all this other stuff. And they're like, introducing our very affordable Nintendo Switch Online service. It's like,
yeah.
And they said, not only that, season passes for Splatoon, and for Zelda, and for all this other stuff. It's like, no, Nintendo, don't do it. And now Nintendo's been doing it ever since.
Because that was like, I feel like years ago, the company that people got mad at for like in-game purchases was Battlefront. That was a huge. I don't know if that was 12 years ago, but it was quite a while ago.
It was a while back.
And it's like with the Battlefront game, people got very angry. They were like, "Why?" Like the shop was ridiculous for the game. Like they had so many in-game purchases where you were just spending.
But they were good in-game purchases.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, looking back
they
at
had good
it.
stuff.
And honestly, the Battlefront games were some of our most loved, like, versus games. They were so much fun. In fact, like, if I want to laugh at, like, one of our versus matches, I mean, the Injustice stuff was kind of funny, but the Battlefront stuff was hilarious. Like, it was just really fun. Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, the quality of gaming, like, for a player... Like, we even talked about it years ago that, like, you know, you're gonna buy you download a free-to-play game and you end up spending $120 on in-game purchases versus just paying $60 for a game and getting free updates. Which one is better in the long run? If you just stick to, you know, paid-for games, $60 games, probably not gonna be blowing as much money and wasting as much money. It's just the games that are, I mean, back then, I don't know if it's the same today, but back then, everyone thought of like $60 games as more high quality games. Free to play games were pieces of garbage games that were just cash grabs. So it's like, but now you have Marvel Rivals, which is a pretty high quality game that's free to play. So it's like kind of breaking the mold. And
the thing is, it can't be. What makes Marvel Rivals so unique is since that is a game that's created by Asia, there can be no Western interference with it. So you don't have to worry about them like ruining the game, because let's face it, a lot of Western companies, they've been ruining gaming for like 5-6 years now. So I mean, you actually have a place where you have reliable content, and they're not going to shut down the servers like for years because they're making bank.
yeah, I mean they're pumping out. I mean honestly, like look at the and I think Multiverses is a pretty high quality game as well. Like I thought they were doing really well. But look at the weird Harry Potter, like, Mystic Vista Raven that nobody really... I mean, we did it. But, I mean, some of the Mystic Vista stuff nobody wanted. Like, I didn't want a lot of those costumes. No. And some of those costumes were dumb, too. Like, some of the ones that were just, like, you know, like, looks like the character was in a black light or something. Like, some of the costumes were just lame.
Well, the costumes in the first year that Multiverses came out, like, when we did it in 2022... The costumes that came out were things that people actually wanted.
Yeah. You know what the costumes remind me of in Multiverses now? Like, the ones that they... It reminds me of Injustice 2 versus Injustice 1. Injustice 1 had great costumes, where they were actually comic book accurate.
Yeah.
Injustice 2 was like, make your own random costume. Based on a bunch of swatches of cloth that you find in a pile of trash that you sewed together.
Right.
And put on your character. It's like... Why would I want this as a costume? Like, and that's exactly what it feels like with Multiverses, where it's like, oh, here's a Day of the Dead costume. No offense to Day of the Dead, but like, that's not what I think of when I would want a comic book accurate, you know, costume, or at least put some thought into it. Like the beach costumes were funny and cute and they had thought put into them. The Day of the Dead was alright, but I'm talking there were worse costumes than that. Like, I can't even think of it. That's the one I can actually think of. That was actually somewhat, I would say, mediocre quality. But, like, some of the costumes were just so lame. Like the Matrix costumes.
Yeah.
Like, why was, like, you had everyone, like, just in green with numbers on them? I mean, a lot of the costumes were just cop-outs. Like, if you were really gonna make the characters look like they were in the Matrix, wouldn't you give them sunglasses and make them look like Agent Smith or Neo or something? Like, you know, like, I wouldn't just they just had green over them with numbers. Yeah, that's just such a cop-out.
People wanted things like Harry Potter representation, so they wanted a rep from Harry Potter. It didn't have to be, if you couldn't get Harry Potter, you could have used Hermione, or you could have used, like, Snape or something that, you know, if Harry Potter's, like, off limits, like, no Mr. Potter, it's like you have a plethora of, you know, Harry Potter characters you could have used.
Yeah, you could have put Snape in there.
I think Snape would have been interesting, because there really wasn't that many villains. But with the Matrix, yeah, we got Agent Smith, but people wanted Neo, and we didn't get Neo, but we got Agent Smith.
Well, for wanting more villains in the game, I think Voldemort would have looked interesting.
But the thing is, there was a lot of problems with Ben 10, apparently. What they should have done is, okay, we can't give you Ben. What about Kevin or his, you know, his cousin? Like Gwen or Kevin, or even the grandfather. Like, throw them a bone there. It's like, you're not allowed to use Ben, but there are other Ben 10 characters that people like.
Maybe, like, WB is just really bad with their copyright. Like, maybe, like, I'm thinking, like, maybe the reason why we get more cool Marvel games is because Marvel is more relaxed with their copyright. They're more willing to give people the characters for their games. Because I feel like WB is always really strict with their copyright. Maybe that's why we have so many better Marvel games, is the fact that WB refuses to let people have the copyright rights to use the characters.
Oh, Amber, look at the old, they've made it ancient, so that's, NES Donkey Kong.
Oh, that's cute. I thought you told me years ago, Luke, that that's one of the things that Stan Lee did was he tried to get his characters in every media as possible.
Yes, he did.
So that kind
Good
of
or bad? Why do you think there were so many bad NES games? They didn't know how to make Marvel games back then. They just made them. They were just like, DC doesn't have any games out. No other comic book companies. Let's go.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense why, to this day, you get better Marvel games than DC, because they're just willing to give, let people use the characters more. Whereas DC is always, like, making a problem. Oh, you can't have that. The bad embargo.
Yeah, the bad embargo.
It's like...
Derp.
I think I'll make an embargo that literally loses me money.
That makes sense. That makes
For
sense. Why don't we alienate? You know what we need to do? We need to make a product, or rather a lack of a product, that forces people to go to our competition because we starved them for 10 years.
Let's alienate our community more.
Let's alienate our community more, kill off their favorite characters in a game they've waited 10 years to come back. And on top of that, we want them to go to our competition. We want them to go to the Spider-Man and the Avenger games.
The tagline of DC is...
We're lazy. We don't care.
DC, we hate our fans.
We're banking on James Gunn to save everybody this year. Even though his Superman movie is probably just going to be meh.
DC, we have characters, but we're making it very difficult to be a fan of them.
We have characters. It's just we don't really care to use them.
We have characters, but we're making it impossible.
Woo! This level's actually not so bad.
Yeah, I think that may be it. I mean, maybe the reason why Marvel Rivals is able to be successful, maybe Marvel isn't being such a jerk about their copyright.
No, it has to do with, like, the company that made Marvel Rivals. Marvel didn't have any input on it. If they did, Squirrel Girl would be 400 pounds. Like, Magic would look like a man. And, like, most of the masculine-looking, like, characters like Wolverine and stuff would be, like, 80 pounds.
Well, like, I did know, like, people have actually talked about the difference between Marvel Avengers and Marvel Rivals, and, like, somebody was pointing out something really interesting, which I didn't notice, is that in Marvel Rivals, the women have small shoulders. Mm-hmm. The way that actual women have small shoulders. Like, women don't have shoulders that go all the way out to the same width as their hips. Like, women have in general. I mean, obviously, as everyone has different body type or whatever. But in general, like, women's bone structure, their shoulders are, like, smaller than men's. And they actually showed a picture of, Black Widow from Marvel's Avengers versus Black Widow from Marvel Rivals. Mm-hmm. Black Widow from Marvel Rivals has narrow shoulders, and Black Widow from Marvel's Avengers, her shoulders are further out than her hips, like the same way a man's shoulders are, where his shoulders are huge. And then they give her very narrow hips, which is opposite what a woman would have. She would have wider hips, narrow shoulders, so they actually made her the bone structure of a guy in Marvel's Avengers, which is not even anatomically accurate. So I didn't even realize that. Yeah, like Marvel Rivals, they actually made the women look like women. Like, I don't know why they gave like the character a man skeleton in Marvel's Avengers for Black Widow. But
like I said, like, right now, what's happening in our game industry is most of these games that are made in China, like Hoyoverse and Wuthering Waves and Marvel Rivals, those games are completely untouchable, and they're making more money than a lot of AAA studios right now. And what's going to happen is, by next year, there's going to be a lot of pressure from the people that are financing these Western studios for them to go back to business as normal. There's going to be some weird games that come out this year, like Assassin's Creed Shadows is a weird one. And that one game that the people behind Uncharted are making, and The Last of Us.
Naughty Dog.
Yeah, the Naughty Dog game is going to be weird. But there's a lot of games that you're going to see a push for a lot more like Asian stuff, Asian style. There's at least 15 big profile studios that are doing Asian type games, like women look like women, men look like men. There is a samurai lady game coming out where she fights yokai, or it might be Chinese based, I don't remember, but it's dropping either this spring or this summer. Looks like a fantastic game. I'm probably M-rated, but she has like a default costume that looks very, modest. And then she has costumes that you can pay for if you want,
you
more
were telling
spicy.
me that, and then I heard people talking about that too.
Right. So they're giving people's options, but at the same time, like, you're going to see, and it might even be wise for people right now to invest in companies like the people who make Marvel Rivals and stuff like that, and find some way of getting stock in those companies, because I think you'll make more money than investing in, say, Nintendo or Sony or things like that, where their stock is going all over the place. And I don't know how to do that, but I'm just saying, like, investing in these South Korean studios and these Chinese and Vietnamese and what was that other one? They're Japan. They're smaller Japan indie studios and stuff. Like, that's going to be the future of gaming right now, is you're going to see a huge shift toward the East instead of the West, because they're going to have the games that people want to play.
I really think, personally, like, the way Marvel Rivals is doing it, if you really think about it, with the women with actual narrow shoulders that actually have the bone structure of women, like, it is kind of female empowering if you think about it, because it's saying you don't need to have, I don't... Like, basically, when I look at Black Widow from Marvel's Avengers, it's basically saying to me as a woman, like, oh, you could never be a strong, like, person. You'd have to, like, get your bone structure altered, and get your shoulders widened so you'd look more... Unless you act and look like a man, you'll never be any good. Like, that's what it's basically saying, whereas Marvel Rivals is saying you're fine just the way you are.
Yeah, you're a girl, you can command lightning and destroy everybody.
Right.
There you go.
Exactly. Like, look at, Storm. She looks amazing, and she looks very feminine.
Yep.
And she's, like, one of the most powerful characters in the game. So it's like...
What's driving Western studios crazy right now and activists is they can't tell Marvel Rivals what to do, and Marvel can't tell them what to do. Even though Marvel's making a lot of money, there's been executives at Marvel complaining about the way that the character designs are, and they've reached out to the studio to change them, and they said that they were talking about this on Twitter. They said they reached out to the company that made it, and the people behind Marvel Rivals basically told American Marvel to shut up because they're not doing anything they say.
Yeah.
The only thing that they should be able to influence is like what characters are going to appear, like what characters they approve. They don't let them do anything.
They already said, you already gave us the rights to use this. Exactly.
Yep. But they're complaining on Twitter all the time about like how they don't like the character models, and they feel that because they're weirdos.
But like, it just looks like how normal females look, though. Like, I don't understand. What do they hate women?
Well, it's an exaggerated like anime version of how like women.
Yeah, but they have the correct bones. Like, but they exaggerated. They exaggerated the women in Marvel's Avengers to look like men.
Yeah.
That's way worse.
But what I'm saying is, like, a lot of people worried about things like, oh, Marvel Rivals is going to change and stuff. No, it won't. Is because it's a Chinese studio. Like, they're untouchable by Americans. And they're not going to listen to them because they want to make money.
Honestly, it just makes us look like fools. Like, it makes our entire society look like fools.
Oh, this is going to be a time, like, 10 years from now, we're going to look back at it and be like, what in the world was the game industry doing? Because they almost, like, self-imploded themselves. Like, 2024 was a huge fiasco where Hollywood almost made more money than gamers, or game companies. And usually, like, game studios, like, have been dwarfing Hollywood for years, and in 2024 they lost hundreds of millions of dollars on so many failed projects, and a lot of those failed projects were, activism vehicles.
Like, I feel like Americans have always looked kind of like idiots when it comes to gaming, because they always misunderstand everything about gaming. Like, I mean, especially with the Pokemon thing where they were like saying it was evil and stuff.
No, that was the church thing.
Oh, No.
I wouldn't say gamers.
Not everyone.
No.
But I'm saying, like, I feel like... Well, I will say, though, American TV did look stupid when they said that the Wii U was an accessory to the Wii. That was stupid.
Well, that was the people who said that. That was the press. So, and it wasn't all press. Like some gamers didn't even know that the Wii U wasn't an additional thing because Nintendo did a terrible job marketing. Nintendo spent, I think it was $350 million repairing their marketing campaign on the Wii U during its first 4 months of its lifespan. Like before, they had commercials like in Japan, they didn't alter anything because people immediately knew it was a new system. They actually have the older commercials for the Wii U, like the ones that we didn't see that are actually on YouTube. And you can go and see that they had a completely different marketing vibe for the Wii U then.
Yeah.
And then what they ended up doing is there's voiceover for all these like family-friendly things where they're saying the Wii U is our new system. They have to constantly reinforce that it's new and not an attachment.
Yeah, but it makes us look like morons.
Yeah. So
like
I mean,
that they have to over-explain it.
yeah. It was a mistake that they paid for, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why with Switch 2, it's not going to be this huge like marketing fiasco. It's actually, you know, the price will depend on how well the Switch does, but like at least like Nintendo is, they learn from their mistakes and they try to, you know, do better next time. The problem I have with a lot of Western game studios is they're aware of how angry, you know, people are. They don't care because they're being controlled by a group of people that the most important thing to them is their agenda. They don't care about profits.
Yeah.
They just care about, you know, furthering some type of like
what they
ideology.
don't understand is every time they try to further their ideology, they're making people hate them more to the point where it's going to get to the point where even if they're right, people won't care anyway because they're going to be like, even if you have a point, I don't like you anyway because you're mean. The way you're doing your point is mean.
Right, but the thing is that you have to understand is they don't care. Like, a lot of people for years have been saying, don't go down this route because you're going to lose customers. We literally had a game studio that closed down last month, and their end statement was, we don't care if we lose money, we don't care about this, we're all about representation, we're all about this. And that's basically what's on the tombstone of that company because they're gone. Like, but they had people there, and I'm not saying all people are like that, but there are some people that worked in these game studios that were responsible for destroying them. And they knew what they were doing and they didn't care. The difference is, Asian studios are going to do whatever they can to survive. Like, if they see something that's not working, they're going to go back to what works because that's how the business model is. Like, they'll try things and they'll meet people halfway and compromise a little bit. But if it's, you know, a path to self-destruction, they're going to pull up on the handle of the plane. You know, they're not going to kamikaze into the side of the building the way that a Western studio will. A Western studio believes that it's more important for the messaging and whatever else they're doing with their game, and gamers be darned. They don't care about what their own game people think. And that's a problem.
Understand. Yeah.
But what's great is right now is we have so many like Asian studios, so many Eastern studios that are coming into positions of power, and they're not changing the game. They're already doing something that was established. It's not like they're doing anything new. They're just doing something that existed years ago, and it was the norm, and they're just doing that. And it's proven to be a successful business model.
Yeah,
for
they're
them.
just making attractive female characters like Tomb Raider and everything else used to be. Like,
so it's not like it's not like they're trying to break the glass
Like
ceiling
you
or they're doing
even-
something intense.
like you even told me a long time ago, Tomb Raider had spicy costumes.
Yep.
Lara Croft had spicy outfits, and then you could like pay extra for them.
If you wanted to, yeah, the
was
later
like-
Tomb Raider games.
So it's like, it's kind of the same thing.
I personally, I liked what Square did when they reinvented Tomb Raider, what was it, like 12 years ago? They made it kind of like a horror / like thriller game.
Oh, was that the one with the bear?
Yeah, that's the one with the bear.
Yeah, and she still looked pretty.
Yeah,
But, I mean, she wasn't as curvy, but she still looked pretty.
she still looked pretty. And you could buy the costumes if you wanted to. You could buy her classic Tomb Raider costume. But, you know, I liked where they were going with that franchise. And I think they did like, what, 2 or 3 games like that? It worked. and it was a modern retelling of Tomb Raider.
I mean, that's why I bought an Xbox anyway.
That's why you did buy your Xbox, is because of Tomb Raider, exactly.
I was very excited about it. And then I saw the bears scared me.
The bear chased after you, and you didn't like that, which was funny though. But yeah, the whole reason Amber got an Xbox.
I mean, I
was Tomb
really
Raider.
thought it was cool because it was like a female character lead, and I was excited to play the game.
The funny thing though is, like, Amber got her Xbox 3 months before Tomb Raider had a collection on PlayStation.
And I just wasted my money on the Xbox.
And then she was so sad. She was like, I'm so excited I got the Xbox in November. And then it was like, in March, it was like, now coming to PlayStation 4, Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
and it was like,
I should just sell my Xbox One.
That was
see if I
fun.
can get some money
That kind
for
of
it.
stuff happens quite a bit, though, where studios will do that. And
Yeah,
it's going to be
frustrating.
happening a lot more to Xbox, because Xbox is going to be doing a lot of their former exclusives are coming over to PlayStation.
I mean, really, the game is just doing what every other industry already does. Like it's like when people go to those like car shows and stuff, they hire women to like wear bathing suits and sit on their car.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like women in nice looking or skimpy outfits always sell everything. Like, that's what people always do. Like, for it's not just gaming, it's every industry.
Yep.
At least in the game, it's not actual women sitting there in a bathing suit. It's literally just a character model.
Yep.
It's not even a real person.
No,
It's just a drawing.
sometimes they get people to...
Well, yeah, like at the booths, like the
No,
booth
I'm not talking about
babes.
boosts. Sometimes they use technology that captures a person's real body.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
remember what they call that.
Like Stellar
Motion capture? Ah!
But yeah, I mean, like they're making it like they're making it out like it's only gaming that does this, when it's like every industry.
Yeah. That is true.
I mean, every commercial.
Why was the G back there? How do I get back there? I worked so hard. You have to get all the letters in order to play the bonus levels.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. And we're almost at 750, and then we can choose our contest
I mean,
winner.
even Galaxy Quest, like when I was watching that today, like you know, the whole like they made a comment on like Gwen DeMarco, the character in that, or the character in that game, that movie, where she talks about how they, you know, would only talk about how she looked all the time when they were interviewing her, and you know, everything was about how she fit into her outfit and everything, and so it's like, and I mean, and that's just how, like, you know, they do that for like TV shows or movies where the female character, like, they want her to look really nice so that she, you know, like, gets people to watch the movie or TV show. I mean, it's just what they do in every industry. Like, it's literally what they do.
That is
I
true.
mean, it's just like, I mean,
Aha! Okay, so there's a section coming up where somehow I need to get in the background. Oh! That's
yeah,
hard to do.
I guess so.
How are you supposed to do that? Like, how in the world are you supposed to accomplish that feat? That's crazy. So we're almost at 750,
Well,
and then
I
we'll
mean,
choose
it's
our
just,
winner.
I don't even understand what these activists want, because once they get all the nice looking females out of gaming, what are they going to do? Close down every fashion magazine that's ever been in existence?
Yeah, pretty much. So
like how
here's the thing.
The entire world then.
Here's the thing. The lady who was responsible for writing Dragon Age, like, which was a very, you know, detestable game that, like, was made out of spite.
Yeah, it had like almost NC-17
Right.
stuff
Well,
in it.
besides that, she left the company, like, before they started firing people. So she was there, she wrote it, and then she dipped, and now she's, like, writing the new Halo game.
Oh my
Like,
God.
so these people, they've said it before, this is why I hate activists, is because they literally say with a bold face that they're going to burn our industry to the ground in order to get their messaging out. Like, these people are essentially terrorists.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of dishonorable to, like, run a company into the ground and then leave and then go try to destroy somebody else.
But this is what I've been telling people for like 11 years now. Like these activists and these SJWs, they don't care about anything that you love, like gamers. And this is why I was telling people for years that we needed to needed to keep the gate closed and not allow certain people in, because you should never hire people that hate what your market is. That's terrible. That's like saying, okay, Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola is a company that's renowned for making soda, right? Okay, so now Coca-Cola is going to announce that they're making spinach juice. Now, it might appeal to maybe 5% of the customers that enjoy soda, but for their core audience, that spinach juice is going to put them out of business.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the audience doesn't
fair.
want the spinach juice.
Like, even if the Coca-Cola
They want their soda.
Even if the Coca-Cola is bad for you, the whole point of the product is to sell you a sugary drink.
Right, exactly.
It wasn't to sell you healthy food. The whole point of it was to sell you something you enjoyed. Just like gaming. It's just because, like, they're trying to make the point, like, well, this isn't wholesome enough, or this isn't sending the right message, but it's like, but I wasn't playing it to send a message. I was just playing it to have fun.
Exactly. So that's the thing. Like, and you're asking, well, where do they go after they destroy gaming? They'll go to anime. They'll go to other places. Whatever place does not have a strong gate for them to get past, they're going to go to. The reason why they were not successful with getting into the action figure section is because they tried to go over to Japan. You know those, like, spicy statues that sell a lot in Japan?
I'm aware.
Okay, you're aware. So they went there during the pandemic, and Japan kicked them out because they were, trying to body shame and saying, like, this is not authentic, and all this other stuff. Like, there was a core market for the people who buy those products, and they went over there, and they tried to take over that market from Japan, and Japan kicked them out outright because they're like, no, and they stood up to them. Yeah. The problem is you don't have enough people with a backbone to stand up to these freaks, and you let them in. They're kind of like vampires in a sense. Like, you invite them in, and then, you're kind of like, how in the world did we get here? It's like, but you brought them in. If you would have kept it closed and just hired people that were gamers and people that love gaming and have passion, then they're going to do their best to make a good product. Does that mean every game that is made is going to be great? No. But the difference is, if you hire someone that's a gamer, they're at least going to try their darndest to make a product that they're going to want to play themselves. Because at the end of the day, what makes us all the same is we're all gamers. The people who came into our industry were not gamers. They did not care for any of our philosophy. They didn't care for anything that we loved or wanted to see.
There's always been games I don't always feel comfortable with women in spicy outfits.
No!
And I don't really like a lot of those games, but there was a lot of games you showed me from the beginning that I could like, that I was comfortable with. One of the first games you got me on my, one of my DS or whatever it was the Nintendogs.
Nintendogs, yep.
And I really liked that a lot. I mean, I didn't have to worry about what the outfits of the dogs were wearing, because it was about animals.
It was just an animal game, yeah.
So it's like there was already options for everyone. Like, if you didn't like this, if you didn't like the games with girls with spicy outfits, there was other games you could play. Of course. There was Animal Crossing. There was Harvest Moon. Not every game had girls with spicy outfits in it.
What I was saying for years is, if activist people want to have their own type of games, they should make it. But they shouldn't try to ruin mainstream franchises that have nothing to do with that. It's like, you want your voice to be heard, make an indie game like they did Dustborn or something like that. But don't try to control the entire industry to fit your narrative, because that's not right.
Yeah, they could just make their own game.
Make their own stuff. Exactly. Yeah.
Instead of forcing themselves into somebody else's studio and then changing their game, they could just make their own.
That way they're restricted to one area where, they're not going to thrive anyway, because no one really wants that kind of stuff. Like, people don't want that content because, they see that every day in real life. They don't want, when they come home from a terrible day at work or school, to be reminded about how much the world sucks. Like, they want to, you know, get into a fantasy or play a racing game or, you know, play a fighting game or whatever. It doesn't matter to them. That's what they've never understood about gamers, is gamers are people that are creatures of habit that just like what they like. And they don't want certain things. There are a few, like maybe 1% of us, that are okay with that kind of stuff. But it's not the majority. The problem is they tried to force it as the majority, and that's why they lost. You know, if they would have had a subtle approach to things.
They were trying to say everyone should agree on this, and it's like, but people are allowed to disagree. Like, not everyone is going to agree on everything. Yeah, exactly.
That is so hard to do. But anyway, we're at 750 if you want to try to pick a winner.
Yeah. Sorry, sorry for talking about that. I don't even know how
you can talk about whatever you want. It's your channel.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Donkey Kong, you don't have to worry about, like, what people are wearing. It's just a cute, fun game.
Well, I mean, Donkey Kong has controversy right now because of his new design in Mario Kart. A lot of people don't like the new Donkey Kong design.
Well, I really hope that's a costume.
I don't think it is. I think that they're trying to make Donkey Kong based after his, wow. I think they're trying to make Donkey Kong based off his appearance in the Super Mario movie.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
Because he looks terrible.
He doesn't look the best, like, yeah.
Now I am upset. Now I was upset about multiverses. Now I'm even more upset that literally I would be fine with multiverses crashing and burning to the ground if I knew that Donkey Kong was going to look normal in Mario Kart. Now the fact that Donkey Kong doesn't look normal.
You like hearing our knowledge about gaming and stuff? We're just talking. I mean, I would do a podcast, but like Amber and I have like weird sleep schedules. Most podcasts are successful at noon every day, but I can't do that because how would I stream at night? And if we were getting a lot of views, I think we would try to do a weekly podcast or something. But
maybe someday.
Yeah, because I do like talking to my wife, and we have two perspectives. We have like the hardcore gamer point of view, and we have Amber's like more casual, I just play games once in a while, and this is what I like.
I mean, that's like one of the things, and I got in trouble last time I talked about it on an Arkham stream, that, you know, you showed me when I was first trying to find games that I liked, like you said, well, you're like,
yes!
Oh, nice job.
Sorry.
Well, Luke told me, he's like, did you know that a lot of girl gamers like puzzle games and RPGs? And I was like, I didn't know that. And I remember the reason why this came up was because I really liked Professor Layton a lot. And I was like, well, I said, I don't think this game was made for me. I mean, it's, you know, Professor Layton and Luke. And I was like, it's two guy characters. It's probably not made for me. And looks like, actually, Amber, this game probably is directed towards a female audience also, because like a lot of females like puzzle games and cozy games. At that time there wasn't the term cozy game, but you know, like different, you know, thinking games, stuff like that. So it's like, and I don't know why, but a lot of the girls on Arkham were like really mean to me at that point when I talked about that, because they were like, no, I don't like those games. It's like, well, okay, that's fine with you, but I exist, and I like puzzle games, and I'm a girl. I exist as well. I get to choose what kind of games I like. I don't really like a lot of action games. I mean, there's
a genre for everybody. That's the thing. Like, what's great about our industry is there's so much variety to it. Like, you don't have to play and be like, all right, there's this action game. I don't really like action games. I like farm sims. I like racing games. I like fishing games. I like adventure games. You know, I don't want to play hack and slash or whatever. The game industry is so vast that I would argue that we have more variety in this media than they do in Hollywood films. Hollywood films basically follows like 4 main popular trends. You've got cartoons or animation. You've got romance, thriller, action, and documentary. Those are your 4 main types of films. Or 5. 4 or 5. Gaming has 20.
Yeah, except for you don't see a lot of documentaries at the movies, but there are some.
I got an ad on our channel the other day about some type of documentary about giraffes or something that's in theaters right now.
At the theater?
Yeah, voiced by.
I did watch the bear documentary by Disney.
There was a Morgan Freeman is doing like some documentary right now with
Maybe
animals.
we should go watch it.
I don't think it's in our theater.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, documentaries do happen.
Yeah, I know. I watched the bear documentary. They had it.
I mean, comedies. I guess comedies would be, but comedies aren't really funny anymore.
No, I would. I mean, I feel like when I go to the movie theater, there's either action, comedy, romance, or horror. That would be my 4, and then the animation.
Well, horror's making a comeback. All right, Amber, you can pick a winner.
Oh, the pressure is on me.
The pressure is on Amber.
Alright. We're gonna pick somebody that entered. Out of the 26 people that entered,
Woo-hoo!
one of you is going to win.
One of you will be the lucky winner. And remember, we're not actually giving the game away until Wednesday. We haven't been paid yet. We have to wait until we get paid by Patreon.
Yep.
Our bank account is kind of... a fly would pop out of it right now. And my birthday is not far away.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Hey, Maddie. Hi, everyone. Hi, Miss Deanna. Hi, Jessica. Hello, people of the chat. Hi, Tim. Hi, Later Gator. Sorry, guys. I haven't seen the chat for a while. Alright. Hi, Blake. Says who's gonna be the winner?
We're gonna find out.
Hello, Maximus. Hi, Crossfighter. Hi, everyone. Alright, guys. The pressure. I need that thing that I need that thing that Somongri uses for his contests. I don't even know if he still does YouTube anymore.
He does YouTube, he just doesn't get a lot of views anymore.
Because he has a great contest thing where he puts everyone's name in a computer and then it selects it.
Well, he's more his job is a computer programmer.
I'm so jealous of his selection process,
right,
where he is able to, in real time, show like all the names rotating, and then one gets selected by the computer.
But again, he is a computer programmer. I'm pretty sure.
All right. Well, I can't be as cool as some people on YouTube that are able to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm just using my phone. I'm literally closing my eyes. And I'm on the comment section of,
Hey, Maddie, thanks for the super chat.
Oh, thank you, Maddie, for the super chats. Hope everything is going great for you guys. Thank you, Maddie. Hope everything's going great
Aside
for you
from these
too.
Donkey Kong challenges, I'd say so, I guess. We're just trying to figure out what type of content we're going to be doing because I think we're doing Sonic Heroes tomorrow. Sonic Heroes.
Alright, here we go. Alright, thank you, Maddie. You're breathtaking. Thank you so much for your help.
The problem is I'm such a bad Sonic player that it's just... I don't know why people like watching that over here.
Everyone here is a Sonic fan.
I know, but I've never been good at Sonic.
You can blame... I mean, I probably haven't brought Sonic fans over. I'm a Sonic fan.
Sonic fan. Yep. Sonic the Hedgehog. The voice is too old.
I'm a hardcore Sonic fan that's bad at Sonic games.
I know, but I mean, it's just the Sonic games are fun. I'm not very good at them. So.
Yeah, I mean, Sonic is such a great character. That's why.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh gosh.
Well, I don't. All right, guys. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna select somebody. If we're not able to get a hold of them or figure out how to get a hold of them, then we'll select someone in the chat. Then we'll do like a thing in the, and not select, but do a random person in the chat. Of course, we'll make sure you guys enter the contest. All right, here we go, Luke.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, ready? Okay, and okay, Luke, here it is. Okay, and
The winner is...
No, I haven't done anything yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't done anything yet. I'm closing my eyes now. I'm about to spin it. I haven't
Drum
even
roll!
done anything yet. I haven't done anything yet.
Drum roll.
Okay.
I'm doing the drum roll.
Alright, and... There, I landed on somebody here.
Okay, who's that?
Looks like Blake.
Is that Blake?
Belladonna.
Blake Belladonna. Is that...
My favorite Donkey Kong game is Tropical Freeze from Blake.
Okay.
And I think Blake is in the chat today.
Is Blake in the chat? Is that the...
so.
Or is that a different Blake?
I'm 90% sure that's the Blake who's in the chat here every day. I try to at
Donkey
least
Kong.
make it... Yep, there it is. Blake
That's the same
Belladonna
person.
right there.
Alright, cool.
Okay, Blake, you are the winner.
Yay! Congratulations,
Thank you.
Blake.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, DK with the drum roll. That's right.
Yeah, DK with the drum roll.
All right, and we will be getting you a copy of that as a code when we get paid on the 5th, Blake.
Yep, on the 5th.
Congrats.
So, you can follow us on Instagram or Twitter and contact us on February the 5th.
Yeah, we can send that to you on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, or...
We do have access to our Facebook again, yeah. My ban is up or whatever. So,
Yeah, Luke was banned.
I was banned from Facebook and I worked for
The
them.
only reason why Luke was banned is because they said his face didn't look like his actual face.
Yeah. They were like, you don't look like Kwing. But it's me. I got older. It's me.
They said that they weren't able to verify it was his face.
Yeah. And I was like, well, that's why I hate face recognition stuff. It's like, yeah. And it was what? It was like an 8-month ban or something like that. It was like almost a year or something. It was a while. Our Facebook was gone. I mean, it was there, but it was never updated.
Well, every time Luke tried to get back in it, they didn't allow him. And then one day, I just was like, hey, I'd like to get back in it. I just tried getting back into it, and they said, oh yeah, just send a password reset over here, and it just randomly reset. I have no explanation why they let Luke back into Facebook, but they did.
Oh, you don't want to do Twitter? That's fine. Instagram is fine, Blake. You can even
Yeah, we can
try to
do it on
message us,
Instagram.
and we'll get a dialogue going. And
Yep, we're KwingsLetsPlays on Instagram, so once we see you over there, then we can just respond.
yeah, it is. Just so you know, it is a digital code. It's not a physical code.
Yeah, we don't really send physical.
I mean, it's physical
We
code.
we don't send physical games anymore because we had too much trouble with those. So.
Yeah, it's all digital. So
Yeah, Yeah, and to answer your question, we're doing really well, Maddie. We've been really liking Wuthering Waves.
Yeah.
And I was gonna try Infinity Nikki, but I actually couldn't. Yeah, thank you for the suggestion, Maddie, and several people suggested me to try that game, and I actually did try to download it. I did download it, but then I had immediately erased it because we had to cover another game on PS5.
Yeah.
Because we only have so much room on our PS5, so.
That is true.
Yeah, but yeah, we've been doing pretty well. It's just not a lot of games out except for Wuthering Waves and this game, Dynasty Warriors. Well, we've got games coming out. Yakuza Pirates and I forgot what else is coming out that we were looking forward to.
Monster Hunter?
Oh yeah, Monster Hunter, yeah. Monster Hunter will be interesting. I feel like Monster Hunter is a little bit like, I've had a lot of people tell me that they've never played Monster Hunter and they don't know if they could do Monster Hunter, but I feel like it intimidates people sometimes. Like, of course, I mean, Monster Hunter it's like Dark Souls with monsters almost. But I feel like it's one of the best communities ever. Like, if you guys do want to try Monster Hunter, I mean, you might as well, like, somebody was like, oh, would I be able to just jump in for Monster Hunter Wilds? And, I mean, I think, like, if Monster Hunter Wilds is anything like Monster Hunter Rise, there's going to be, like, so much tutorials for it that like, you won't be able to get lost in the game, because in, like, a lot of the Monster Hunter, there is a lot you have to learn, but they have so much tutorial, like, and you can always press pause and look at your hunter notes, which is, like, every single thing you would need to know, like, about every aspect, how to make potions, how to look, like, how to make armor, you know, what are the different weapon types, like, literally, they give you notes on everything, how to use each weapon, so, yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited about Monster Hunter, but I don't know, I wish they did have more cool games coming out, to be completely honest. It is interesting we haven't gotten so much from Nintendo, because usually...
I bet you there's going to be a Nintendo Direct this month.
Because our channel used to be primarily Nintendo. It was Nintendo everything. Animal Crossing, Donkey Kong, Wonderful 101. Like, everything was on the Wii or the 3DS or the Switch. Like, we've done so much Nintendo stuff. Like Mario Kart.
Bleh. I don't think I'm going to get this. This is tough. People were actually complaining about this barrel thing on the internet, because they're saying that the bat's like zappy zap thingy like is just not very good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee you there's going to be a Nintendo Direct in February, because I mean nobody knows what the Switch 1 games are going to be. Like for February, March, nothing. There's nobody's really talking about anything about the Switch 1.
Yeah, the only reason I feel like they would change Donkey Kong's design is like they feel like it's not their Donkey Kong, like it's rare.
It is their Donkey Kong.
It's like it's Rare's Donkey Kong.
No, because if that was true, then they would have unveiled Donkey Kong's new design at the theme parks, and they just designed his Rare costume.
Yeah, why did they give him Rare's design at the theme park?
Because it's not Rare, it's Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country design.
Yeah, I mean, Rare did that with Donkey Kong, or with Nintendo's permission.
Right.
Like, they obviously signed off on
that
design years ago. Oh, Blake says, sorry for everyone who didn't win.
No, it's fine, Blake.
It's okay, Blake. It's completely random. So, I mean, thank you, Blake, and everyone for entering. And, you know, like, and then our next contest, I'm sure somebody else will win that's here in the chat.
Yep, just make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, you like and share the video, and you tell us whatever the contest requirements are. So Blake did that, so good job.
Like, Blake actually answered the question what his favorite game was.
Yep.
And 26 of you guys answered that question, so great job, guys.
Yep.
I am a stickler for the rules.
You are a stickler
People
for the
have
rules.
to answer the question. I don't know. Good thing I'm not a teacher. I would be a mean teacher. I think I would have been a nice teacher when I was 20, and now I'd be a mean teacher.
If I had to be a betting man, I think that the Nintendo Direct for this month will be in the middle of the month. I think it'll be like right around the 20th or like the 19th or something. Or like maybe even, yeah, probably the 20th, because there's only 28 days in February this year. So it's going to be rough. Why? Sadness. He's laughing at me. Link, are you laughing at me? He's like, yes.
Max says, you have to answer the question or you will not get a prize. Exactly. Yeah, we should next time we do a contest, like, Luke should be like, make sure you answer the question, and I mean make sure you answer it.
Answer the question.
Because
or you won't get the prize.
Sometimes when people answer the question but they don't quite answer it, I don't know if they answered or not. Like, someone's like, sometimes I get like answers to the question that is like, okay, name your favorite like You know, like we've done like name your favorite racing game. And then they'll be like, I can't decide. It's like, is that an answer? Like, I mean, you did type an answer, but did like I should just like respond to the person that's like, you better change your answer to what? You better just make up an answer. This doesn't count. I should go through a week before we do the answers to the thing and be like, are you sure? Is this your final answer? I can't decide.
Oh my gosh, did we do it? Yeah! Alright. Da, 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 da. Why? Hey guys, do us a solid and keep watching the YouTube short playlist. Meow. Guys, don't fight. No fighty. Bad kitties. Yeah, you look. Yeah, both of you. I'm telling you guys not to fight. No. Hands down. Paws down. Paws down. Good boy.
Best advice for answering our insane contest questions is, if you don't know any racing games, just go and look a few up and then write like this. You could write like, well, I haven't played a lot of racing games, but out of all the ones that I see, this one looks like the most fun or something. Just have your best answer. Like, even if you never played a racing game.
Yeah.
One looks cool. Just give me an answer.
Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer's a good one.
Yeah, just give me something. Just write a name of something down, please. I want to know.
You want to know.
I want to know.
And we're
Will you
probably,
show me?
like, this month's giveaway, guys, is most likely going to be Monster Hunter. Like, I don't think we're going to do a giveaway for Yakuza.
I wish I could give a Nintendo Switch 2 away.
It's going to be hard for us to just get a Switch. We're going to have to do what we did last time. We're going to have to order at 2 different places. And hope for the best.
Wish we could have a dancing contest where people send in a video of them dancing.
We did that for the Wii U.
I know.
That was...
And then that whole school sent a video.
Yeah!
Really
Yeah, that
neat.
whole school sent the thing.
I don't even remember who won that, actually. I think it was the school.
No, the school didn't win.
Oh, wow.
There was a little girl and her brother won, and we were trying to work with the father, but he refused to do the giveaway.
Oh, wow.
He wouldn't give us the address, so we ended up giving the kid... There was a kid in a children's hospital who was sick.
Oh.
And we gave him the system, and he was on our Miiverse for a while.
Oh,
And then
wow.
after a few years, we didn't hear from him again, so
wow.
he probably passed away. But
Well,
he
at
was
least it
very
went to a good cause.
he was very happy. Like
I'm glad.
Yeah. So, but we don't know what I don't know what happened to that kid. But I think that we did the Switch giveaway. We did do a Switch giveaway, but I don't remember who won that. We did not do a PlayStation giveaway because PS5 was PS4 and 5 were too expensive.
I should give away some of my old systems that I can't use.
Autograph them.
Xbox 360. Here you go. I really don't know if you can use this anymore, but here it is.
What in the world is this level?
Here's my Nintendo DS Lite.
No. Waha, hey hey. Haha, hey hey, ho ho. Spikes everywhere.
I hope the woo! I hope the Monster Hunter is cross-platform.
I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be. Oh, ah. Yeah. Alright, I think...
Technically, it's two different questions. Your favorite game or what game is technically your favorite, says Later Gator. Dancing competition challenge accepted, says Chad. It is cross-platform. Awesome. Hi, Crossfighter. Hi, JD. Hi, Saban. Have a good night. And thank you, everyone who entered. And soon one of the lucky, and soon the I know a lot of you guys and gals entered, so thank you so much, and thank you guys for being on the stream. So I know one of the lucky winners will be you guys next time. I wish we could do more giveaways.
We're bored.
I hope that YouTube pays us more so we can do more giveaways.
I love doing giveaways. It's a great way of saying thank you to the community.
Yeah.
It's YouTube just makes it so hard to do giveaways, that's all.
Yeah.
And
And I'm glad we can do some of them, and it, you know. So yeah. And honestly, like, you know, like, you know, we have, full disclosure, like, it counts as a, you know, it's a good business expense for us, so it's fine.
Expense for us.
So it all works out.
Yep.
And our accountant likes to see that. And here's the thing we did for giveaway. It's like, oh, good. So it's very businessy.
It is businessy. Yeah, that's our exact words. It's very businessy.
Yep.
Well, yes, it's a game business, so
Yep.
Whoa! Well, that happened.
What is my favorite Pokemon, Marianne? Emolga, I think, is my favorite.
Emolga.
That's I think, one of the cutest Pokemon. It's a little mouse that flies. Well, you guys probably already know. But I think it's cute. I don't actually have any Emolga plush or anything. I think Luke's favorite Pokemon is Pikachu.
I love Pikachu. Pikachu's the best.
We do have a mouse Pokemon that is upstairs, a plush of it, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have any. They don't always have any Emolga plush around. You know what's really cool is the Monster Hunter plushes that they have on Amazon, but they're so expensive.
Yeah.
Like, you have to, like, get them from Japan. But they have really cute Monster Hunter stuff. Well, I always feel like, it's like after a big giveaway, it's like, well, what a rush. And I'm glad. Congratulations again, Blake, for winning, and I'm excited. I hope you'll enjoy Donkey Kong Country Returns HD.
Yep. Just know the game is wicked hard, but have fun.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's a digital game, so you don't have to worry about snapping the cartridge.
You know what's great about games with a difficulty factor? Though, I mean, instead of playing them at an arcade where you have to put quarters in, you can play them in the privacy of your own home, so no matter how, you know, like, say they're annoying or they are frustrating, you can always play it for a little while and then come back tomorrow and play it again until you get through it.
Yep. If somehow you guys give this stream 1,000 views, we'll do another bonus stream of this. Because, I mean, I am doing the bonus levels right now, but I'm not very good at them. As you can see.
Yep.
At least that, yeah, Amber's like, yeah.
No,
I'm
you're very good
at
at them. It's fine. I was supposed to make soup all day today. Oh, I didn't get a chance to. I forgot to call my brother again. I'll just text him and let him know, like, I hope he has a good week. Sorry I didn't do that. I feel stupid.
You're fine.
No, I'm not.
You're fine. I'll make the Sonic.
Yeah, I mean, like, I used to play Sonic 2 when I was younger a lot, and that game is not easy. I would just play it and then come back tomorrow. I mean, that's the great thing about games that are, like, either retro or, like, this, like an HD remake, or have a difficulty factor. Like, you know, you can just give yourself a break with it. Play it a little bit, take a break, take a rage break, and then come back. Of course, you guys are probably more hardcore than me. You know, you guys probably just do it all in one sitting, whereas for me, I have to take breaks, you know. I actually never really played games more than 10 minutes at a time before I met Luke. I'd play 10 minutes and then I'd do my homework for an hour and then play 10 minutes again or something. And then... So, like, Luke says, that's right, because I'm a casual gamer. So it's like you know, it's It's a little bit in anytime I play a game more than a half an hour at a time, it's very intense for me. It's like, this is a lot. This is a lot. Me playing a game more than a half an hour is like somebody else reading a book for more than 6 hours. That's how it feels for me. It's like a lot going on. It's a lot to absorb after half an hour because it's like after 10 minutes, I'm ready to give up. Oh, it's like, oh, whoa. This is kind of hard. I'm ready to give up. But Luke here, grinding all night in certain games. It's like, the only game that Luke got me used to a lot of different games, especially, that, you know, I didn't mind grinding in, like, Dynasty Warriors and stuff. That was fun. But that really doesn't feel like a...
Dynasty Warriors is a grind.
That game doesn't feel like it's like work for me. I just enjoy it. It's like fun. So I guess I like that kind of thing. I don't...
Just so you guys know, the deadline is coming up for Dynasty Warriors to continue the series before it goes on hiatus. Like, it really hasn't been moving at all. You guys are at like 930 views, and like it's still short 1,000. So I would really like to do that. You know, Wednesday, and I'm just not seeing an interest in it. Like, I've been waiting. The stream was it Friday or Saturday? What was the day that we did we did that?
And we will be recording our Ace Attorney videos soon.
Yeah, I have been under the weather, so I haven't been awake enough to do an hour video. Oh, Donkey Kong finished the level. Good job, Donkey Kong.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
How's the Wuthering Waves? Wuthering Waves is at 892. So it's been at 892 for a while. 2 people have watched it in the past like 60 minutes. So I'll try to push I really want to keep pushing Dynasty Warriors because I think I can get like another 30 or 40 views on that tonight. Because we're almost done with Dynasty Warriors. We only have 1 chapter left. Wuthering Waves we're not close to being done with yet. But Dynasty Warriors we're close. We're so close to being done with it. So Dynasty Warriors is at 9:45. 9:45. So I would like people to watch that while we're setting up Arkham. So that's going to conclude our Donkey Kong thing today. So if you guys would like another bonus stream, like tackling the bonus levels that are insane, 1,000 views is required. You guys are at 880 views for this stream. And we got 1 super chat from Maddie.
Yep, and thank you, Maddie, for the super chat, and congratulations again to Blake for winning the contest, and thank you for entering, Blake, and thank you everyone for entering who entered. Great job, everyone entering. Great job answering the question. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys have 2 streams left. You got Arkham, and then you have Tunic late night Tunic. You followed us on Instagram. Thank you, Blake. All right, guys. So I'll see you on Arkham. I need to grab a bite, unload the dishes. So we're gonna have the music play because I can't start just yet. And also, it's important to run the music because it keeps the channel stable. So, thanks so much, guys. See you on Arkham.
See you.